Yeah, they're good players, and they're on a really good team and a really good defense. So it's going to be a real challenge for not just me, but just our whole offense.
How's your health?
I'm good.
Everything good?
Yep, everything good.
The Patriots are known to take the number one weapon out of the other team, and you're that guy for this team. How do you approach it when you know that challenge is coming?
I mean, we have a lot of guys that can make plays. So if they try to take me away and just focus on me, I don't think that'll be the wisest approach because you saw what Gallup and Cobb did last week. They both went over 100 yards. So if they do try to take me away, then we have other guys who can make plays.
Randall talked yesterday about how this is a game where it's basically who can mentally break first, and that's what they're trying to do. Do you see it that way? And what do you do to guard against that mental break when you have a defense?
Yeah, I mean, if you just look at the Patriots historically, they don't beat themselves, So we got to actually go out there and beat them, make plays, minimize his mistakes. And yeah, so Cobb was right. Yeah.
Are y'all the passing team?
What's that?
Y'all the passing team?
Chill. Are we a passing team? I mean, we pass the ball, we run the ball. We're both.
How well the passing game is going right now, though. When Dak is playing and his numbers last 2 weeks have been more than any quarterback in Cowboys history.
Yeah, that's great. But we're running in a passing team.
How can this game serve as a measuring stick for where you guys are at, especially against this opponent?
I mean, they're a good team, but they lost one game this year. So, I mean, it's going to be a tough test. I wouldn't say it serves as a measuring stick, though. I would just say we just have to go out there and play good football, and try to win the game just like every other week.
You guys haven't beaten a team that's currently in the playoff picture. To beat this team that's the defending champs, I mean, I think that would give you a lot of confidence.
Maybe.
What do you say
Tell
to?
us your versatile this receiver group. I feel like you guys play all different spots.
Yeah, I mean, we're a real versatile group. Everybody can do a lot of different things, a lot of unique things, and create separation, high point the ball, aggressive at the catch point. So, we've put some really good things on tape.
How much can that help the quarterback when you have those?
It's great. I'm sure it gives him a lot of confidence. Like that ball he threw to MG last week, it's like he can just throw it up to us and we'll go make a play.
What do you see from the Patriots defense?
Gotta watch him. Oh, gotta watch that guy. What you say?
On film, what do you see from this Patriots defense?
Oh, they blitz a lot. They get a lot of pressure on the quarterback. That's the first thing I see.
What about Stephon Gilmore? You're pretty excited about that matchup. He's one of the top corners in the league.
Yeah, he's a great corner, but it's like that every week. I saw Slay last week. I got a lot of guys coming up. It's like that every week. Saw Rhodes the week before.
As a number one wide receiver, what does it do for you when you have a number two that's really, making his spot known like Gallup is right now?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I don't see Gallup as a number two receiver. I see him as a number one receiver, especially with the things that he's done. This only been his second year, him just making all the plays that he's making. And so I forgot the question. Yeah, I blanked out when you called him a number two receiver. Yeah.
What does that do for you when you have someone that complements, your?
Oh, it's great. I mean, especially moving forward, like if we want to get to where we really want to go, like you guys alluded to earlier, teams will game plan, especially when we start getting closer to the playoffs and in the playoffs, and they'll try to take the biggest weapons away. But if you have everybody making plays, it's like they can't do that, and they're scrambling around trying to see who to stop.
As a receiver group, y'all seem to be really effective communicating with Dak at the line of scrimmage. How have you gone about fostering that and calling out coverages for each other?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the beginning part.
As a receiver group, y'all seem to be really effective communicating with Dak at the line of scrimmage. How have you fostered that?
I could communicate with him more on the sidelines than at the line of scrimmage. At that point, at the line of scrimmage, we should already know what's going on. But as far as how I communicate with him on the sideline, I just tell him what I see, tell him how the cornerback is playing, so that he can know what to check it to in certain situations. Yeah.
Is that something you've always done with your quarterbacks, just making sure they know that?
Of course, yeah. I mean, it's a plus for him to know exactly what the cornerback is doing, so that it can be advantageous for us. Like if the cornerback is, for example, like playing low hip, and I tell him I think we can beat him on the go ball. That's an easy big completion or a touchdown. It's good for the team.
Considering your health issues, how big are these pregame warm-ups for you in terms of getting with bread and those kinds of things just to get loose?
You watching?
I think just putting the pieces back where they were originally.
Yeah, that's big for me. That's big, especially the last 2 weeks. It's been big. It's giving me confidence going into the game. When I'm moving around with them pregame and I feel good, it's just like, okay, I feel okay.
That's something you've added to your pregame outside of the normal because you're healthy. So
Right.
how have you been able to adjust that and add that to your pregame? You get to the stadium earlier, or
Yeah,
first
I
bus?
just get to the stadium earlier.
You copy that?
Nah, I leave that to Zeke.
You like chess. How do you view this chess match against Bill Belichick?
I mean, obviously, they got some smart coaches over there because, like I said, historically they've, had some pretty good records, been going to Super Bowls and stuff like that. And I think I know it's obviously more than the talent they have on their team, because when you speak about talent on football teams in the NFL, they're all pretty much the same here or there. One team might have a better quarterback, but the other team might have better corners or receivers or whatever. So it's definitely, what they do outside of the talent in the buildings as far as the players. And it's definitely a chess match, but I think we're ready. We've been preparing. My coaches have drawn up some good plays. And so we'll just see what happens on Sunday.
This spring you had a quote somewhere about you don't want to play with Brady, you got to play with Dak and beat Brady.
Right.
Can you just talk about just playing with Dak and beating Brady and what that would mean for him and Dak, how does he measure up to a guy like Brady?
Yeah, I think somebody asked me who would I rather play with or something like that. It was really not a very good question. So I was like, yeah, I would rather play with the quarterback I have now than to go and play with Brady. So it wasn't really a big of a deal, but just to be able to play against somebody who is such a great, one of the greatest players to ever play the game, to be able to go there and just compete against them and compete to win the game, it's a pretty unique situation. He'll always be viewed as a great. So if I can one day say that I beat the team that he was on, I think that'll be good.
You just talk about how does Dak measure up to a guy like that? What have you seen from Dak, and can he aspire to be that? I'm obviously #1 passer in the league as far as yards concerned right now. But
yeah, so he's doing the right things, obviously. #1 passer in the league. But as a quarterback, they rate you based off of the Super Bowls that you've won. So Dak and myself, we're still very young in our careers, and obviously that's the goal, to go and win the whole thing. So yeah.
You feel, you just said you feel a certain way about going against Brady and trying to beat him. Do you think Dak feels the same way as a quarterback, matching wits with a guy like that? And what
I don't know.
For him?
I don't know that you interviewing him today?
Yeah.
All right, so he'll be able to answer that question better than I will.